Hey lippy lovers, welcome back. I've got another fabulous Halloween look for you guys today. I'll be showing you how to do a Jessica Rabbit Halloween look. Now, you can't see because my camera doesn't show enough, but I'm wearing a red dress, strapless. I got the gloves, I got the wig, I got everything. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do an eyebrow cover up and do this kind of rounded eye cartoony look like she has in the movies. You know, I've seen a lot of Jessica Rabbit looks on Pinterest, but not a lot of actual tutorials, so I wanted to put one together for you guys. I had a lot of fun making this one. It really challenged me. I have a few things I would do different next time, which I'll clue you guys in on as I'm showing you the tutorial. This is gonna be just like my tutorial Tuesdays, but instead we're doing a Halloween look today. Let me know what you guys think of this look in the comments below. I've been having a ton of fun creating Halloween looks so far. This is my third Halloween look. Make sure you guys go check out my past looks and let me know in the comments what looks you want to see next. This is like my favorite time of year, you guys. I did post a preview of this look on TikTok and on Instagram, so make sure you guys are following me there so that you can get sneak previews of my looks for YouTube. Remember, I post twice a week on Fridays and on Tuesdays. All right, y'all, keep watching to see how to create this Jessica Rabbit look. I'm starting this look off with an eyebrow cover up. So this is just the purple Elmer's glue and I'm applying it liberally with a little popsicle stick thingy for waxing here. And I'm gonna brush it out with a mascara applicator next. I do this process several times to get it smooth and to get all the hairs laid down even because we don't want any of them popping up through the look. Repeat this on both eyebrows multiple times until you have a totally smooth surface to work with. I am still getting better at this. This is only my third or fourth time actually doing this. It's all been learning from the internet. So if you guys have any tips for eyebrow cover up, let me know in the comments. I am struggling to cover up my microblading. So you'll see me use different concealers to do that. Right now I'm just concealing my acne with this green concealer. If you've been watching my Instagram story, you've been seeing me use this a lot lately. I'm having a few little skincare issues, but this basically cancels out the red and conceals those red spots. Instead of trying to cover it up with regular concealer, the green color corrects and it goes underneath your other concealer and foundation and whatnot. I'm just using a setting brush from Real Techniques to really blend this out. Now I'm going in with the Terracotta Blush Sense, which is an orange blush, to cover up these brows. Now orange usually color corrects dark under eye circles, so it helps to color correct darkness like these eyebrows because mine are pretty bold. You'll see me layering a lot, and I didn't show all of my layering just because I didn't want to keep you guys here all day, but I did do several layers of this and then set with powder in between the layers. Just like with the green, when you're using an orange color corrector, this is usually what you see on medium to dark skin tones to color correct dark under eye circles. So this, like I said, helps with the darkness of the eyebrows, and a lot of times drag queens will use it on 5 o'clock shadow and whatnot. Now I'm just going in with my normal light concealer. I forgot to take a video of it, but if you guys have questions about what product it is, let me know in the comments. I'm just covering up that Terracotta Blush Sense with the concealer, and I'm actually gonna do another layer of the terracotta and another layer of concealer before I move on to the next section, but I thought I would just tell you guys instead of making you sit through it. Next, I'm using more concealer. This time I'm mixing the light and the white to get it closer to my skin tone and lighten up that area some more. I'm just using a flat kabuki brush here. This is one of the BS Mall brushes that I rave about a lot on Instagram. It's like the best cheap brush set I've ever bought. It's like $9.99 for a ton of brushes, and they actually last really well. Now I'm just going in with my oil-free Make Sense foundation and covering my whole face. It's important to be careful over that brow area that I've covered up because I don't want to move the product too much. So you'll really see me using a stippling motion there rather than a blending motion like you see me using on the rest of my face. This is just going to give my look a good base, and since I'm doing a pretty intense eye look, I don't want to have to go in around it with foundation later, so that's why I'm doing my foundation first. You might see me do foundation last a lot of times when I do normal makeup looks during the day. I forgot to take a product shot again here, but this is Mocha Job Shadow Sense, just a cream to powder neutral brown shadow that I'm using to contour with. And I'm actually using another one of those powder setting brushes from Real Techniques. These brushes are so versatile. I use it for highlighter, I use it for contouring, I use it for a lot of things, so I have a few of them. This is just gonna be a natural looking contour. I'm not gonna try to go too crazy with it, but you do wanna be able to notice it because it is a cartoon look. And of course, contouring the jawline is gonna make my chin look snatched. Now it's time to draw my brows on. I did slightly outline this with just a white eyeliner pencil to kind of help me get an idea of where they were going, but this was mostly freehand, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm using Garnet Shadow Sense because it has a red undertone to it, so it's gonna look good with the red wig I have for Jessica Rabbit. I didn't want to do a cartoony looking red, so I went with a brown with a red undertone. I'm drawing the arch first because typically the arch is the darkest part of the brow anyway, so I don't feel scared of getting too much product here. But I'm just being really careful to try to get these proportionate to the face while still keeping them cartoon looking. I've seen a lot of Jessica Rabbit looks with really skinny eyebrows, but I just can't rock a skinny brow, so I decided to make them a little bit more thicker and realistic looking, but still keeping with that cartoon theme. I am gonna speed up through the rest of the brows because I still wanted to include it, but I don't want you guys to have to sit through the whole thing. But I do think it's important to the look for you to see how I created it. Oh, and my mom stopped by, so I made her say hi to everyone. Say hi, Mom. My mom's been in some of my videos before, so you might recognize her. For the brows, I'm really just getting the outline first and then filling them in using a flat liner brush and a flat eyebrow brush. Next is a really important step that I didn't realize most makeup artists did. I'm actually drawing the outline of where I'm going to be putting the eyeshadow for this kind of cartoony purple shadow look. A lot of times I used to think that shadow would just be free-handed, like in different looks that I saw online, until I realized people usually use a white pencil, or in this case I'm using a white liquid eyeshadow to line the areas and make it even where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to use the Violet Shadow Sense that came out in the Rainbow collection, and I'm just going to layer this down as my base layer and go in later with some other colors to add dimension, but overall the violet is going to be my base layer. I'm using a mix of a small shading brush and a flat liner brush to get the edges precise here. You guys can see as it starts to come together, I am focusing on the outside corner. This is a liner brush I'm using here from the BS Mall set. To add more dimension, I'm using the Indigo Shadow Sense from that same collection on the outside corner, and you can see I'm starting in the outside with a flat shading brush to really get the product the most concentrated out there, and then I'm going to be blending it in towards the center and blending it with that purple, or sorry, it's called Violet, the Violet Shadow Sense, to create this gradient look that Jessica Rabbit has for her eyeshadow. I'm gonna speed this up here because I don't wanna make you guys sit through a million years of blending, but I also wanna show you guys how much blending really does go into it. So if you feel like you're over blending, you're not, I promise. So here we go with the other side, starting out the same way with that violet as the base and then layering the indigo over. And then I'm gonna be doing the inner corner here in a little bit with a lighter shimmer shade to add even more dimension. It's important to remember that even when you don't think you have product on your brush, you still do. So if you're using the same brushes with the Indigo and the Violet Shadow Sense, you are gonna wanna clean off your brushes before each application. Next, I'm going in with the Pink Opal Shimmer Shadow Sense on the inner corner with a flat shading brush, just blending in slightly on that upper inner corner, the kind of arch between the lid and the crease. And I'm wanting it to go on the lid a little bit, but I don't want to overtake the look too much. So I'm going in with a really light hand and layering on top. This is not the focus of the eye look. Of course, that cartoon-like arch is. So I'm really trying to keep this soft without overpowering the purple on the lid. This shade does have a slight shimmer to it, so it's going to give a little bit of luminance. Is that even a word? It's going to brighten the inner corner and help to attract the light there, but it's not going to be sparkly or glittery, which is one of the reasons I love this shade. Next, to help conceal the brows a little bit more and highlight under that brow bone, I'm going to be using a flat shading brush. It's actually an eyebrow brush with Sandstone Pearl Shimmer Shadow Sense. I had to be careful not to get too much of this because it was so bright, it looked really plasticky when I started to apply it, so go gentle with this one, and I ended up blending it out. Next, I'm gonna be lining with a felt tipped liner to create a wing. This was super easy because I already had a guide with this crazy arch here, and just filling in along the lash line. This is gonna blend in my lashes with the fake lashes that I'm gonna be putting on and help to conceal the band. As always, I'm going to be applying black eyeliner to the waterline on the top and the bottom because that's just how I roll. I'm going to go all the way around with this black pencil liner on the top and the bottom. I think that my waterline shows a lot on the top even with liner on my lash line, so I feel like with blending it into the waterline, it helps to conceal my lashes even better. Now I'm gonna do lips before I throw on lashes. This is the new Black Cherry Lip Sense, and I'm gonna use this to line my lips to create kind of an ombre look. It's really important to make sure you're getting your lips even when you're overlining, which is what I'm doing to create that Jessica Rabbit really pouty full lip look. You can see I'm making the bottom lip more square. Now I'm filling in with Hurricane Red Lip Sense. I still do 3 layers of lip sense even when I'm lining with the lip sense color because that first layer didn't really count as a full layer. So I still do the full 3 layers. If you guys need instructions on how to apply lip sense, be sure to check out my Lip Sense 101 video on my channel. This is kind of a do what I say, not as I do part of the video though, because I do go back and forth a lot when I'm trying to create specific looks, so it's not exactly the most ideal way to apply lip sense, but sometimes we have to make some changes to get the effect we want. Now I'm going in with just some really full faux mink lashes and throwing on some mascara before I do so, just to make sure that my natural lashes blend in with that black lash look that the faux mink has. I'm using the Duo Quick Set Lash Glue. It's my absolute favorite, and you'll always see me looking down into a mirror when I apply lashes. That's because you apply so much easier when you're looking down rather than trying to look straight on into a mirror and not being able to actually see what you're doing because your lashes are covering it up. So looking down is really the best technique I can tell you for trying to put on lashes easily, and of course just practice. Now I'm gonna throw on my Jessica Rabbit red dress, which you can't see when I'm doing the rest of the look, but that's okay, it's the thought that counts. First, I'm gonna braid my hair before I throw on my wig. I've tried a bunch of different techniques for how to get my hair flat, but usually 2 or 3 braids is the best way to go for me. I will link the wig I'm using down below in the comments because I really love the color of it. The most important factor is making sure your hair is flat before you try to apply a wig. I'm using a fishnet wig cap here. This actually comes with a lot of wigs that you buy on Amazon, which is awesome. So you want to make sure you have it below your hairline so that you don't see it once you put your wig on. Now this wig is such a pretty color, you guys. It's not lace front or anything too crazy, but it looks really pretty. So, you know, it's a buy for me. Let's check out the final look. What do you think of the finished look? Are you guys gonna try it at home? Overall, it's kind of an easy costume. The makeup's really the hardest part. You gotta get the wig and the gloves and the dress, but you know, every girl should have a red dress in their closet, right? All right, y'all, our viewer of the week is, hey girl, thanks for being one of our amazing viewers. Be sure to show her some love in the comments, give her a thumbs up, a heart, a subscribe. Remember to be my viewer of the week. All you have to do is be one of my amazing subscribers and leave me a comment so I know that you watched. Bonus points if you're in my notification squad. All that means is that when I post, you're getting a notification because you're subscribed and you have the bell turned on. So hashtag notification squad in the comments below if you are in the squad. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts. If you haven't seen my first impression of Black Cherry Lip Sense yet, it's the one I use to line my lips with. Be sure to check it out on my channel. You can click to the right to watch it and click below to subscribe. It's so pretty. I love it. It is a little patchy up here on top. Darker colors are hard, I will say.